Good morning, students. We'll continue with our chapter 1, that is unit 1 introduction to electronic commerce, as well as with that chapter 1 is evolution and models. So in that, yes, till the last lecture we had completed the history of e-commerce, which all websites yearly got updated with the resources. As well, now we'll start as well as we had completed with the advantages and disadvantages of electronic commerce. Now we'll be starting with the components of an e-commerce transaction. So when we talk about e-commerce, it generally does not only rely on the internet, that is the website, but it also relies on selling goods over internet, but how they are managing it in the competitive world. So for that, the first person to come in picture is the seller, and the seller also should have a typical components on which it can rely for the business. So for that, a seller should have a corporate website, a proper corporate website with proper secure transaction services. Then it should have a proper intranet service so that the workflow is working properly. Then it should have an IT literate employees to see the condition flow and maintain the e-commerce system. And for that, what are the transactions? So what are the components which are related to this? We'll see. The first one is transaction partner include. So banking institutions that offer transaction clearing services, that is credit cards, then electronic fund transfer, that is your NEFTs, RTGS, all those things. National and international freight companies to enable movement of physical goods within and around and out of the country. So this requires transaction partner includes, that is authentication authority that serves as a trusted third party to ensure that integrity and security of transaction is maintained or not. That is, here when we talk about transaction partners include, we can ensure that our data wherever we are sending over the internet is secure and authorized. It is not going in the third party hand, that is intruder is not trying to achieve the data. Then the next is consumers who, here consumers in business to consumer transactions. When we talk about consumers in a business to consumer transaction, that one to one transaction is there, who all are included. First is form a critical mass of population with access to the internet and disposable incoming enable widespread use of credit cards. Yes, obviously n number of people are using internet nowadays. With the help of websites are also used with the help of credit cards and debit card payments. So for that, process a mindset of purchasing goods over the internet rather than physically inspecting items. So rather than going and physically purchasing items, people prefer to go in the internet world. So we should be properly secured while purchasing some good items as well. Now firms and businesses in a business to business transaction. Now firms here means companies, business means a normal setup of the whole organization, can be termed as businesses. So firms and businesses in a business to business transaction that together form a critical mass of companies, especially within supply chains. So supply chains means the companies who are interrelated with each other. They require a firm and business into business to business transaction, not business to customer. So within the supply chain with the internet access, so they also have a supply chain with the help of internet access within, and capability to place and take orders over the internet. Yes, when it's a firm or a business, if they are accepting any orders, if they are supplying it to any other business or any other firm, they also require internet, and the capability to run all those orders over internet should also be possible. Next is government to establish. Now when I talk about government, a legal framework of governing e-commerce transactions like electronic documents, signatures, and the like, and legal institutions that would enforce a legal framework, that is laws and regulations, and protect consumers business from fraud and amongst others. So government has also been laid some regulations over the data over internet, which they are doing the business over internet, so they have to follow that particular things as well. Next is scope of e-commerce. So when I talk about scope is what is the future actions can be taken for getting an future benefit is called as the scope. That is internet penetration. When I talk about internet penetration, the high world access for www can be one scope which can be taken into question. Every website, when it's a normal web-based application, it goes into live application, it turns into a www. Once you search any website with the help of www.soandso.com, it's an proper live application, until which it's a web based application which you can run on your system. So internet penetration is more important. When I talk about internet penetration, although India has secured the second position in the world, but its internet penetration is very low as compared to other countries in the list. So internet usage is in the second position in our country, but then the internet usage what they are doing is not that much as compared as to the other countries. Ease of using internet, the e-commerce in India depends on the way in which internet is provided to the customers. Yes, obviously the services which are provided by internet are dependent again when we are using internet. Some may have a proper net service, so they could get a good internet service. Otherwise, if they do not have, they will face a problem in using the internet. So this can also be a scope for further future which can be taken into consideration. Creating awareness in rural areas of the country about the internet. Yes, this can be a major term when we talk about using internet or new technologies. Making aware to the people of rural areas of using such services so that their terms and conditions can be fulfilled, their tasks can be easily completed. This can also be done. Digitization. First of all, digitization can be awareness for rural people how to use internet so that their tasks can be completed fast. The next is funding of e-commerce companies. The funding, now it's just not only funding by trust. Funding of e-commerce companies can help them to grow in their business, which is good for this sector. Yes, funds, normal funds, that is when we talk about some companies funding other companies for collaboration, that is for business handshaking, this can be one benefit for both the companies, that is supply and then provide the service. This can be done. So funding of e-commerce companies help them to regrowth. Facilities and services provided by the companies. So funding of e-commerce companies can help them to grow their business, which is good for their sector. Here also the same, but facilities what are provided. So the scope of e-commerce business in India also depends on the facilities that are provided by new e-commerce solutions. So what are the solutions providers to their customers? Their growth is totally linked with the quality of services and facilities provided to them. Whichever website is giving you a proper service, you prefer it every time. So that can be a dependency of facilities and services you provide over internet for the customers to build up or growth. The next is challenges. Now, what are the challenges? E-commerce, in spite of opportunities it present, also poses certain challenges which are sometimes too much to handle for startups. So when it's a new startup business, these challenges can be a major goal, but still challenges are there. Even if people feel it is a priority on internet, still there are certain challenges which need to be fulfilled to achieve a proper facility to the customer or to achieve a proper goal over internet access. So first is infrastructural issues. E-commerce infrastructural issues is a major problem when we talk about e-commerce. So internet is the backbone of e-commerce. So e-commerce totally relies on, when we talk about electronic commerce, electronic totally relies on internet. So when it's electronic commerce, e-commerce depends on internet, and for that internet should be proper. So in India, internet penetration is so far dismissively low by 0.5% of the population. Penetration of personal computers PC as low as 3.5 per thousand of population, and penetration of telephone only 2.1% of population. That is, e-commerce remains far away from the common man. Yes, obviously when we talk about three different stages, that is the normal internet service, then a proper personal computer, and then it's a telephone. So that ratio which is being calculated is very low as compared to normal other countries. So because of that, it keeps far away from people for using it. Next is branding and marketing. So branding is, nowadays every company is doing that, but still wrong branding can make a wrong impression on the customers. Marketing of wrong products on wrong basis can also make a wrong impression. So branding and marketing properly is also one goal you can achieve for a proper business. Declining margins means leaving out the actual ratio. With the introduction of a large number of players in the already competitive e-commerce market, yes, for each product nowadays you have n number of varieties, a competition for using that products, and for that basis the customer is pampered by offering huge discounts, offers, taking returns, etc., resulting in razor thin margins. Yes, the company margin is lost somewhere because of this, because of giving huge discounts and cashback policies to the customers. So the actual product price is something else. When they are given as discount, people buy in bulk, and because of that the actual margin which the company should get is not being fulfilled. Logistic and supply chain. Logistic failure in any area can mean detrimental damage to a startup's future and can hurt the brand overall. Yes, logistics, when I talk about logistics, it's just moving a particular product to a certain area, but if that area is not available with the logistic functions, what can happen is that product cannot be reached that area, and because of it can somewhere have a bad impression that the startup of that particular product, and people will not choose that product further. Then it's tax related issues. Tax rate systems of Indian market is another factor for lesser growth. Yes, taxes nowadays are more on food products and clothing from clothing materials, so that because of which tax related issues also make a drawback on the product over e-commerce websites. Touch and feel, Indian customers are more comfortable in buying products physically. Yes, people have a tendency that we go in the shop, buy that product after look and feel, but because of which there can be a drawback that people do not prefer e-commerce websites for purchasing. The next is future is how we can help in future to create a proper infrastructure of internet. First is social media. Second one is drone delivery is do not delay the delivery processes. App only approach, preparing a different app so that on the one click people can use those functions. Google's buy now button, yes, obviously Google has that button, just on one click you record and it pops up on your window, you can do that also. And artificial intelligence, so when we talk about artificial intelligence plays a major role here. Artificial intelligence can also be termed as which can be actually not seen but created as a virtual world, so that people can use it properly. Next is e-commerce future trends. So what are the future trends which are being put by e-commerce for making a maximize growth? First is mobile optimized, just not mobile friendly. Mobile optimized means mobile shopping is becoming more and more important nowadays. People prefer mobile shopping, mobile online shopping, and because of which the first step was to create sites that work decently on mobile, and now we will see online store owners scrambling to build websites that positively blossom on smartphones and tablets. Yes, people prefer nowadays apps only. They do not prefer for a particular organizational websites. So on just one click, people can just prefer mobile applications. So that is one future trend which can arise. Next is targeting wearable devices. Targeting wearable devices is while Google glasses, smart watches, and other wearable devices are yet to are coming into market. So nowadays we have smart watches, smartphones, Google glasses, that is 3D glasses, all have come into condition. But in such devices become if such devices become widely popular, we can expect retailers as well as e-commerce stores to shower discounts, promotions, offers, and updates to their customers through wearable devices only. So rather than going into older versions, people will now prefer new versions only. So new trends have to be set into it. Rise of long form content. So rise here means increasing authorities of newly content which is coming into consideration. More social and search ads. Yes, you nowadays have ads coming on your phones. Whenever you use phones, you have certain ads which are coming, pop-upping, depending on what you have searched on the Google. That is depending on the cache memory which is being accessed by your Google websites. Then there is brand and author identity. It will become more important. Brand and author, yes, obviously nowadays people go with the brand itself, that yes, we are using this brand and this service is very much good, so people prefer that particular brands only. Personalized experiences, people nowadays give reviews on the products, so that is also basically one point where we can talk about it. Local branding and marketing. Local branding is how easily people can use it and how market successful it is, depending on that. Market automation. Market automation here means online shoppers are notorious for browsing around for a long time and leaving the store without buying. Yes, there are certain people who just go and surf and do not buy anything. Personalized and targeted marketing can turn into paying customers. So if they do keep certain restrictions, paying and marketing that particular products after surfing can be put into condition. Market automation has been around for a long time, and the trend of using such solutions will continue to rise. Yes, people will surf and do not buy anything because of certain conditions. Market automation should be made, certain restrictions and security should be kept onto it. This is one task. Now, features of e-commerce. The first feature is breaks geographical barrier. You can order your products, order anything from the e-commerce websites all over the India, that is all over the world also we can talk. So geographical barrier is not a one problem. Then saves precious time. You do not have to go in a particular shop and buy a particular product. You can just or easy on one click you can buy that particular product. Accurate information. When you go on the product description tab, you get all the description of the product, which is one feature. Ubiquity means, the word ubiquity means available anywhere at any time. So yes, e-commerce websites are like that only. You access on any internet service, it will be provided to you. Impersonal interaction. You do not know third person who is accessing the website. You just go on the website and just you do not know the seller, do not know the buyer. You just only know that on one click without any interaction I can buy that products. Then customers are truly king in the e-commerce world. Customer is the first person who is going to work on the whole supply chain. If customer is not buying the products, that particular e-commerce website is not of use. Power of accessibility. Power of access. Customer has the power to access anything on the website. There is no certain restriction put onto it. cuts supply chain. You do not need a major supply chain to be followed. It's just customer, website, and the supplier. You do not need n number of people who are connected to each other to perform a particular supply chain. Ever changing nature of business, updations are made into business because more and more services can be provided to the customer. Technology can be equally be a barrier. Technology, when you talk about updations, technology somewhere 0.1% has a negative impact, so that can also sometimes be a barrier, but it would be a feature of e-commerce for upgradation of the system. So for today's lecture, we'll stop here. As well, we'll be continuing tomorrow with two topics more, and then will be 2 to 3 topics more, and then we'll be completing with this chapter. If you have any doubts, you can post on the group, and please fill the attendance which is being provided after the lecture. Thank you.